crafty friends, in this card making tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I made this slimline card with these beautiful ink blended and foiled butterflies on it. Hi there, my name is Nicole and I like to make card making videos here on YouTube. As always, please check the description box below for product information, links to my blog, and other crafty inspiration. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the foiling portion of this project today. As you can see here, I'm using the Gemini Foil Press. I've already gone ahead and preheated my foil machine, and because this is a large cup, kind of a large foil plate, they do recommend that you warm it up for 30 seconds, so that's why my timer there is set for 30 seconds. And then on top of that, I went ahead and laid my foil shiny side down on top of that foil stamp. Then I'm going to put a piece of this white cardstock. Today I'm using the 110-pound white cardstock from Michaels. It's their Recollections brand. And then on top of that, just putting that plate that comes along here with the foil press. And at this time, the timer has now beeped, so I'm going to go ahead and just remove that kind of platform from the foil press. And now it is ready to send through my Gemini Junior machine. So just as this is zipping through the machine here, I did want to note that this is actually my very first time here today playing with these foil stamps and foil press. And I have to say I was very, very impressed with the results and how easy this was. I've watched a lot of videos online where, you know, people kind of said like, hey, there's a learning curve, or you get these stray bits of foil where you don't want them. And I saw some mixed reviews, but honestly, the very first time I used this, I had beautiful results, and I am just super impressed by this machine, and I can't recommend it enough. Anyway, so now that the plates have gone through here, the Gemini Junior, I'm just going to go ahead and peel off that foil, set that aside, and take a look at these results. I did not get bits of foil, you know, stray left where I didn't want them. They're beautiful, crisp impressions. I'm very, very impressed. Okay, so next up I'm going to go ahead to my sentiment. This sentiment is from Spellbinders. It comes from a set called, I believe it's called Hello Dear Friend, but today I'm only using this sort of scripty hello. So I've gone ahead, set that on my platform for only 15 seconds as it's quite a bit smaller of a plate. And gone ahead, put that foil shiny side down, followed by my cardstock, followed by that plate on the Gemini Foil Press. And now that the 15 seconds has elapsed, I'm going to go ahead and now send this piece as well through my Gemini Junior. So once this pops out of the machine here, we can also take a look at the results that you get here from using this Spellbinders foil plate. So just going to very carefully lift up that plate, lift up that cardstock, and peel off that foil. And you'll see here that I was left with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. And next up, I'm going to start coloring these butterflies in. So these Pinkfresh Studio small butterflies, you can get coordinating layering stencils for them. So as you can see here, that's what I'm going to use today. And as I zip through these layering stencils, I did decide to use my Wendy Vecchi Make Art station for this. I really like this because the magnets are very strong, and I find that when I'm ink blending on top of it with these Catherine Pooler brushes, my stencils do not move at all. And I also like that I don't have to risk damaging my paper at all, as if I were to use like tape, for example. I've had bad experiences in the past where I've taped down stencils and I go to peel them up, and for whatever reason sometimes the tape just rips the paper, and honestly that's devastating when you put a lot of effort into a project. So I'm really liking these magnets instead nowadays when I'm doing ink blending like this with these layered stencils. So as you can see here on the left, I did go ahead and pick out a bunch of my Pinkfresh Studios mini ink cubes to use today. I pulled out essentially a set of yellows, oranges, and pinks to use with these different stencils. And I'm just kind of working my way from the lighter colors to the darker colors as I'm working through the different stencils. One thing I did want to note here as well is I do like these Catherine Pooler blender brushes because I find that they are the perfect size for things like this. They're not too small where it takes forever to blend, but at the same time, they're not so large where you can't kind of focus different colors in different sections on the stencil. So I really think they're kind of the perfect in-between size when it comes to just a great general purpose brush for ink blending. So here I am just on, I believe this is going to be the last stencil from that Pinkfresh Studios layering stencil set. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend on these final few colors, and then I'm going to move on to the next step. So you'll see here on the left, I did go ahead and blend another panel of butterflies as well, but in the interest of time, I did not show you guys blending those because it's essentially the same process. And so I've gone ahead here, pulled out the coordinating die for these small butterflies. You'll see here it's just one single die that lines up perfectly with all those foiled and stenciled butterflies. So in a single pass of the machine, you can essentially die cut the whole stamp worth of butterflies at one time. So very quick for a project like this. So now that I've gone ahead and cut those butterflies out, I do need to also cut out my sentiment. So that hello foiled sentiment also comes with a coordinating die. So I'm just going ahead, adhering that down using some mint tape from scrapbook.com, zipping that through my Gemini Junior as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and set those die cuts aside. So for the background today, I did decide that I wanted to do some more ink blending. So I went ahead and pulled out the lightest colors of those sort of pink, orange, and yellow families. So you can see there I've pulled out, the pink one is Ballet Slippers, the orange one is Peach Fuzz, and the yellow is Lemon Whip. And I'm just once again using those Catherine Pooler blender brushes and just blending the whole kind of background here to make a gradient. So you'll see it goes kind of from the pinkest, the darkest color at the bottom, followed by that peach fuzz shade. And then at the top, I've put the lemon whip. And then I did also just kind of leave the top white because I wanted to kind of fade that out into white at the top. You'll also notice here that I did mask off the back portion of my card base just using some more of that mint tape from scrapbook.com just to make sure I have that nice clean edge there along the side. So next up, to finish my background, I did go ahead and cut out this background panel die 3 times. This background is from scrapbook.com. It's called the Slim Moroccan Tiles. And as you can see here, I'm just using some Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue. And I'm going to go ahead and stack up that background 3 times for a little bit of dimension. And then using that exact same Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue, just going to adhere that down on my ink blended background. So don't worry if your ink blended background isn't perfect. Putting a die like that on top will make your blending seem a lot more seamless. So next up, I'm just going ahead and folding these butterflies, kind of creasing them into sort of a more natural butterfly shape. And I'm just going ahead and kind of wiggling those around here, deciding the final placements that I want on my card. As you can see here, I really wanted to kind of keep those butterflies coordinated with sort of the rainbow of the blending in the back. So once again, they go from yellow to orange to pink as they move down the card. So I'm going to start adhering this together. For the butterflies and for this hello die cut, I actually used a different kind of glue. This time I'm using the Distress Collage Medium. It's a matte finish glue and it holds so well. When you stick these guys down, they will not budge. I really wanted to use a very strong glue just because these butterflies are kind of folded. I thought they may catch in the envelope or, just maybe catch on things as the recipient's opening and reading the card. So I wanted to use, one of the strongest liquid glues I have. And this Distress Collage Medium definitely is going to hold these guys together once those butterflies are dry. So now we're just going to take a final look here at the project, at the finished project today. You can see the dimension of the butterflies, the shine of that foil, beautiful gradient background. I really enjoyed making this project today. I think it's a beautiful one. And as you can see here on the screen, I also made this card a twin in the A2 size, instead using the Pinkfresh Geofloral background, but all the steps were exactly the same. Anyways, if you're looking for more crafty inspiration, I invite you to check out the videos on the screen. And until next time, I hope you are keeping it crafty. Bye bye.